OpenAI has now agreed to buy Jony Ive's AI startup. It's called
I believe that as you birth this new era of AI, there's going to be new platforms and new substrates, the way people experience.
Big deal because it is OpenAI's biggest deal, biggest acquisition, $6.5 billion. But it's OpenAI, which is the leader in AI.
Oh my God, this is probably the biggest story. The first thing I said when this broke yesterday, I was just like, wow, wow, wow. I could not believe this was happening.
Sit back, guys. Looks like OpenAI has upped the ante once more. This time they didn't do it alone. This time they did it with the legendary designer of pretty much every Apple product that you've laid your eyes on.
I mean, Jony did the iPhone. Jony did the MacBook Pro. I mean, these are like the defining ways people use technology. It's hard to beat those things. Those are really wonderful.
Together, the pair are working on the development of what they have described as AI-native devices. What's even more interesting about these fascinating devices is their form. Believed to come without a screen, it is designed to make us use our phones less. Fascinating, right? Let's take a look at this amazing new device, how it all got started. Turns out this amazing collaboration came to be when OpenAI made their largest ever acquisition by acquiring Jony Ive's hardware startup for $6.5 billion. Sure, this is a staggering amount of money, but rest assured that this is nothing compared to the amalgamation of what could prove to be two of the most influential minds in tech today. Another interesting aspect of this collaboration is that it actually came about when Sam Altman and Jony Ive came together to talk about the future of AI and computers. It seems as if this discussion places some focus on the future of what these technologies would look like in the future, and it seemed to excite them. At the time, Sam Altman was making his waves with OpenAI, while Ive was just making his departure from Apple so that he could start his own design firm that would go on to be known as Love from Jony. Apparently, this company proved to be the largest collection of talent that had ever existed in the world. I'd like to see them take on Pep Guardiola's Barcelona, but that's besides the point. What we are here to say today is that his collaboration of great minds harnessed the burgeoning curiosity in a way that eventually gave way to fiery ambition. To bring their ambition to fruition, they quickly realized that they would have to come up with something completely new. We're not just talking about software or design. No. This time they were going to have to come up with an entirely new company so that they could make their dreams come true. With such a dream in mind, it didn't take long to create I/O, the new home of some of the people that designed some of the most iconic products in tech history. Things look good at the moment because the language from Ive is quite exciting. Not only did he describe the company as a new movement, he claimed that working with Sam Altman has been profound for him. This says a lot as it comes from someone who worked closely with Steve Jobs until 2011 and was on hand to design everything from the iPod to the iPad. With that, we may be guaranteed that something exciting is set to come from this intriguing collaboration of great minds and experiences. New look device. Now, aside from the intriguing nature of how this new device came to be, the other fascinating fact about the device is the device itself. The interesting thing about this is how they are approaching these new AI devices. As we hinted earlier, some leaked from an alleged OpenAI meeting tell us that the device is going to be completely screen-free. Aside from this, it will be pocket-sized and contextually aware of everything going on around the user. With such features, it's a decent description used by Sam Altman when he claimed that it would be an AI companion that will be aware of its surroundings while sitting in your pocket or on your desk. Third, device concept. Looking at such a device, people online got excited when they came across it. They may even be more excited to hear that the plan for the device, at least according to what Sam Altman has in mind, to be a third core device alongside your MacBook Pro and iPhone. Think about it. If they are actually successful with their plans, they would actually be able to create essential technology that would go alongside two of the most important computing devices used by society today. With that in mind, we are also reminded about what this device would not be when Sam Altman made it clear that this won't be a smartphone replacement. He also made it clear that this would not be a pair of glasses. This is being done in a bid to pull the users' faces from their screens. They figure this would create an avenue for smoother interactions without having to make use of your phone or your laptop when you want to interact with AI. This is due to the fact that our collaborators believe that the tools and devices that we use to connect to the AI technology are outdated. Surely we must do something to upgrade them, right? Ambitious release goals. To make things even more exciting when it comes to these futuristic devices, it looks as if Sam Altman is really thinking big. Recently, he announced that he plans on shipping 100 million of these devices as soon as he can. This is the fastest rate of delivery that we have ever seen. Think about it. It took Apple 2.5 years to sell 100 million units. Well, you can't say that he is not thinking big. He also isn't sitting on his hands either. If everything goes according to plan, mass production is expected to commence in 2027, with there being every chance that the device would be launched towards the end of 2026. Exciting times ahead, especially as we watch what happens within the first 2 years of the product as it goes from concept to shipping. Considering how they are hoping to smash every record out there when it comes to these devices, it's no wonder that Sam considers this to be the chance to do the biggest thing his company has ever done. With such goals in mind, it makes sense that Sam Altman and his company had maintained a certain level of secrecy when it comes to their products. Understandably, they are worried that their competitors may attempt to copy their work. In such a situation, you may feel as though they are actually working on the real deal. They may actually be working on something that could truly be revolutionary. We can only say that only time will tell if this turns out to be the case. Brutal AI device market. Sam Altman may have one of the most ambitious projects sitting on his desk these days, but that doesn't mean that there aren't many challenges everywhere he looks. When he looks at the AI market these days, he can see that there has been a lot of money spent. Contrast it the lack of runaway successes in this community, and you may find that there is still a lot to be done when it comes to finding success in this market. Just take a look at the faceplant. Although they initially got a ton of attention when they hit the market, they eventually fell off. Their humane pin went sour despite initially displays of excitement. The overheating and connectivity problem was just too much to justify the $699 price tag and the monthly subscription that comes along with it. Unfortunately, this attracted slating from online reviewers such as Marcus Brownlee, one of the most influential tech reviewers. He claimed that the humane pin was one of the worst products he had ever reviewed in his career. He even went as far as claiming that the device was so bad that almost no one should buy it. As you can imagine, such factors spelled the end of this device. It also proved to highlight how difficult it is to make it in this market. Products like this make it clear that OpenAI will have to get things exactly right if they are going to achieve success in this field. That being said, we cannot stop the development of AI in our world. Already we are working on similar divides that are focused on improving our lives. Right now, there are concepts such as ambient AI that are supposed to come in everyday things such as our cars, pockets, or jewelry. This could even prove to get rid of our need for our outdated devices. With any luck, this $6.5 billion collaboration will help us take our eyes off our screens as we develop this ever-growing relationship with AI.